Welcome back to the Celebrity Scoop Insider. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel for more updates. This 2002 action movie almost killed a $1.6 billion franchise before it began. The Jason Bourne franchise delivered some of the best action movies of the 21st century, but it all nearly fell apart before the first movie was finished. Based on the novels by Robert Ludlum, Matt Damon stars as Jason Bourne in the movies, a former spy who gets amnesia while also being hunted by the people who trained him. The Bourne Identity was released in 2002, launching Damon as the next great action star while also bringing a new edge to the spy movie genre. It was followed by The Bourne Supremacy in 2004 and The Bourne Ultimatum in 2007, before the franchise was rebooted with Jeremy Renner in The Bourne Legacy. The first three Bourne movies were praised for their grounded and smart scripts as well as the visceral action sequences. However, the behind-the-scenes creation of the franchise was not as smooth as fans might expect, and the entire thing nearly ended in disaster. Along with the popular source material, The Bourne Identity has a terrific production crew behind it, which gave the movie a lot of legitimacy. Matt Damon became one of Hollywood's biggest stars, with acclaimed movies like Good Will Hunting and hits like Ocean's 11. Director Doug Liman also proved himself with Swingers and Go in the 1990s. Though screenwriter Tony Gilroy was not the acclaimed creator of Andor that we know him as now, he was another strong factor in the movie. However, Gilroy looked back on The Bourne Identity, revealing the mess of a production that convinced him that the movie was simply not going to work. With all the bad blood Gilroy talks about, it is not surprising that Liman didn't return to the franchise after the first movie, being replaced by Paul Greengrass. However, Damon and Liman worked together again on The Instigators, suggesting any disagreements between them were resolved long ago. Gilroy's comments on the movie's delays actually ending up helping the movie in the end highlight the degree of luck that can go into Hollywood productions. However, Gilroy also admits that, regardless of the issues, there were not a lot of movies like The Bourne Identity at the time, and it helped it stand out as something special. Tony Gilroy has high praise for The Bourne Identity, but the original three movies in the franchise really built beautifully on each other. Paul Greengrass's style for The Bourne Supremacy proved a perfect fit for the franchise, bringing in the handheld camera techniques that gave a unique feel to the action sequences. The sequel explored more about the mythology of the universe, including the secrets of Treadstone. However, it also worked as a standalone movie, giving more depth and conflict to the character of Jason Bourne, allowing Matt Damon to give a nuanced performance alongside the action moments. While there are some who consider the Bourne franchise to be one of those rare trilogies where the second movie is the best, The Bourne Ultimatum is not far behind. It has the more difficult task of providing answers to a lot of the franchise questions and bringing the story to a close. It does so in an exciting and satisfying way. However, it is the action of the trilogy that really stands out. The fight scenes get harder hitting and intense with each new entry, while the car chases that have come to define these movies get bolder. The Bourne movies became hugely influential in Hollywood action movies, with the James Bond franchise clearly drawing from it with Casino Royale. With the incredible success of the Bourne trilogy, it is not surprising that there were attempts to keep the franchise going. With the rise of the MCU, a cinematic universe of the Bourne movies was attempted, even bringing in an actual Avenger, Jeremy Renner, to star in The Bourne Legacy. It could be easy to blame those projects on the lack of the franchise's main character. However, Damon returned for the fourth movie, Jason Bourne, which also ended up being a disappointment critically and financially. The issue with all of these later Bourne movies is that they were outside of the original story of the trilogy. Although things nearly fell apart while making The Bourne Identity, those three movies feel like they connect naturally and necessarily. They all work on their own but tell a larger story that feels complete by the time The Bourne Ultimatum comes to an end. Those other stories felt like ones they wanted to tell but didn't need to tell. Jason Bourne is a complex character, and there is a big world to explore in those movies. However, the satisfaction felt with the ending of The Bourne Ultimatum meant that there needed to be something really special to continue the franchise. While there is still talk of a fourth Jason Bourne movie, nothing has felt that special yet. More hidden gems and epic endings are coming your way, so hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell. You don't want to miss what's next. This was the Celebrity Scoop Insider, bringing stories to life. Until the next reel, stay